How y'all doing this evening? Nope, there was no music to start off tonight. I didn't. We didn't think it was appropriate to start off all nice and happy and stuff. I want to thank all y'all for tuning in tonight and being a part of this family. Most importantly, I want to thank you for being a part of this family, for having the kind of heart that you have, to be interested in wanting to do something about the bullshit that we see on a daily basis. Well, the last rant I did, that I wore this shirt just the other day, right after the shooting out in California at the Garlic Festival. And I said in that rant that it won't probably be long before I have to wear it again. Well, here we are, baby. Here we are again. El Paso. Are you shitting me? Dayton. This hatred that we talk about, the hatred that is spoken and seems to get more and more prevalent in our society, it is a sickness that this country cannot survive. This idiot that went to El Paso from all the way up in North Texas, he's going to travel all the way to El Paso because he was out to fight the Hispanic invasion of Texas. I want to say right here, thank God for the Hispanic influence in Texas. Thank God for the Hispanic history that Texas has in this state, with proud Hispanics, proud people serving this state and this country. So he decided to go to El Paso in his response to the invasion. I wonder where he got that word from, invasion. Seems to me I've heard that word before. There's a few words in his freaking disgusting writing that I recognized, that you've heard before. You've heard it from somebody else before. And we've heard that one out of Donnie's mouth. The invasion, and he stands up at a platform at a roaring crowd calling it just that. It's an invasion, folks. It's an invasion. Where did that idea, that's where the idea came from. It came from right from Donnie's mouth, straight into that kid's ear. Oh, this kid had better not, nobody ever bring up mental health issues. This guy was not mentally incapable. Oh no, baby. He was very precise. He was very precise. He was very precise in his hatred. He feared for the cultural and ethnic destruction of our country. What cultural and ethnic destruction is that? Well, it's the brown one. It's the brown destruction that, Steve King talks about up there, or Donnie talks about it in his. It's not the Irish. It's not them. That was a long time ago, baby. Now it's black and brown, baby. This one, he was more concerned about the Hispanic. And he's worried that the Democrats were pandering to the Hispanic black vote last time at the debates. You know what struck me is he keeps using the word Hispanic like he's not trying to offend anybody. Oh, I'll say it this way. That way you can't say I used a slur. His stupid little manifesto went through sections. He talked about how new migrants, they're taking our jobs, but they're taking the dirty jobs, but their kids aren't. That's where his problem lies. The immigrant that come here, they work hard. They work their ass off. I've seen them. And yes, their kids strive to do a whole lot better when their family struggles to get here. They are reminded of that every day when they see their parents struggling. They're reaching for that American dream, baby, and they're doing a damn good job of it. And just because this asshole can't get his shit together. He's going to blame it all on the Hispanics, baby. Let's go kill all of them. They're the problem. That's what Donnie says it is. He goes into how the Hispanic population is going to bloom, and it's even going to get into the resources of this country. He's talking about water resources. We can't let all these Hispanics suck up our water. And the answer is to decrease the number of people, baby. The number of Hispanics in our country. Talks about his weapon and the bullet he's going to use and what kind of damage that does to a person. He knew his shit. He knew what he was going to do. Showed up with a freaking mask and bulletproof vest and ear protection. Ear protection? Really? He says in his manifesto he's going to go out in a blaze of glory. They're not going to take me alive. Oh, bullshit. When the gun was pointed at him, he cowered it out. They took him, man. He said, I can't bring myself to kill fellow Americans. What the fuck, buddy? What the fuck? What do you think? Was you going down the aisles asking somebody for their papers? No. You weren't asking if they were an American citizen. They were brown. And it didn't care if there was a white person or anybody else behind them. The bullet doesn't give a shit what color you are. Goes through every one of you. He says it's easier to pick the low-hanging fruit. Those that can protect themselves. That's what he's talking about. He even went on his little manifesto to talk about how the news was going to cover it. How the fake news was going to cover this. The fake news. You want to see the destruction that this man is doing to our country? You can find it in El Paso. You can find it in a lot of freaking places around this country. This will not be the last time I have to wear this freaking shirt. How many more? That's a question everybody's asking. How much more can we stand as a nation, as a country, as a society, as decent human beings? Is the love of the weapon so powerful? The love of the Second Amendment? Some of these people, that's all they know in the whole damn Constitution is the Second Amendment. I have a right. I have a right to own all. He has a right. And he's right. He can go to a gun show and buy any freaking weapon he wants. Magazine clip, you bet. 100 rounds, not a problem, baby. Because you want to be able to shoot real fast and a lot. You want to shoot a lot of bullets. And those bullets, baby. They're designed for one thing. At that velocity, it's just going to rip your body apart. And that's what they want, baby. I often say that it's the most serious problem is this sick love affair this country has with guns. That you've got to have a gun, not just a gun, the gun. You want an AR, you want an SK, something there, looks just like out of Rambo shit. Don't tell me about, John, there's a lot of semi-automatic guns. Yeah, go buy one. A Remington 300, how's that shit? A bolt action. Let's see how fast you can work that bolt action. That's not the point, though, because the point is you want a weapon that can kill massive amounts of people in a very quick time. In case there's a hoarding mass coming over the horizon there, like you play in your sick little minds. You know who those people are? They're Americans. They're your fellow citizens. They're your fellow freaking human beings. I even heard I think it was the lieutenant governor of my state talking up there about, oh, video games. Are you shitting me? You know, there's video games all around the damn world. Every kid in the world is playing video games. You see mass shootings like this anywhere else? No, you don't. But that's Texas for you, baby. That's my lieutenant governor. He's going to let you know what the problem is. The problem's not guns. It's not the availability of guns. It's not the style of guns, the magazine. No, it's in video games, and you better get rid of them. God forbid. I can't help feeling that the other shooting is somehow race-related. I don't know. We haven't delved into that one too deep. Hell, you're just getting into the one in El Paso. What, 13 hours later? What is the worth of American life? What is that worth? Give me $1 freaking price. Because I guarantee it's not much. It's not more than a congressman or a senator is getting in payments from some lobbyist to keep this shit going. No, it ain't that high. Your life isn't worth that much. Not the power of the NRA. Shit, are you shitting me? They're going down the tubes anyway. They're nothing but a bunch of Russian money laundering hacks. They're a disgrace to this country, much like the Republican Party has become. At what point are the Republicans, those conservative, heart-beating assholes, going to stand up to this man and tell him he is a racist bigot? And he spreads hate. Mr. President, you're spreading hate, and people are wanting to kill each other. How about shut your mouth, you prick? Impeachment. Hello, family. Donna Bonacosi, how you doing, baby?
So really quick before we bring the panel in, we have a lot to talk about tonight.
There's not enough chocolate, baby.
Yeah, no shit. We need to make sure we all get our points across tonight. I don't want a lot of people talking over each other because we do have a lot to talk about. And only 2 hours to do it. So let's start by welcoming Aussie Dave. I'm sure he's going to have some great input tonight. Filthy Mouth Liberal, glad to see you're here. Me Daffy, and our moderator Velda. How are you all doing?
Who's that blue dot in Texas guy?
That blue dot in Texas is you.
Anyway.
John, after that stupid billboard that gun shop put up with the picture of the 4 women, what do you expect to happen? There is an indication straight away that a man can put up an incitive, violent, instigating billboard, and then a week later you got this shit happening, and then you got Donald Trump encouraging this shit because of his rhetoric. What the fuck's going on in that country?
And that was in my backyard, Dave. It was terrible.
Hello, Andy. Yeah, this wasn't far
hey guys,
from you.
Hope you're well.
Yeah.
No, it was less than 100 miles from me.
That's close, baby.
That was a shocking billboard, and there should have been women and children below that billboard protesting. You guys are not getting out in the street because John thinks he's getting away with this shit because no one's bitching.
I'm not going to disagree with you, Dave. I'm not going to disagree with you. This whole country should be in the street. We should all be in the street. How much more of this shit? We say that every time, though. Didn't we say that after Sandy Hook? How much more can we take? We keep saying it over and over and over. Over and over and over
You become complacent. Complacentiveness, and that's the problem. Every other country in the world will get out and protest this shit, but not you Americans. Every other country in the world will cop some abuse from Americans about the way they run their country.
There's things we could do.
Not the Americans.
Well, Australia had a gun buyback, didn't you? You had
Yes.
Let's do that.
Yes.
Let's put the price of a gun real high. Let's put the fucking price of the gun real fucking high. We'll pay you a whole lot of money for that AR. We'll pay you more than you spent on it. Let's do that.
Yep.
We can waste enough on the freaking defense budget playing defense cockters out the wazoo. We could afford to pay a whole lot of money to buy back guns. And there's a whole lot of people that would do that. It's a start. It's an idea that it's an action. It's something.
We done that 25 years ago, John, and we have not had a mass shooting ever since.
Results.
You cannot buy a 22. You can't even buy a 22 unless you have got a farm or a good reason to have that gun.
Yeah. I just watched a thing the other day about the gun laws in Switzerland. You know, Switzerland, they don't even have. Yes, they have. Everybody has a gun in Switzerland. Are you shitting me? You ever heard of a mass shooting in Switzerland? No, you haven't.
No.
Because they're responsible. The kind of bullshit that we espouse around here. We are not responsible gun owners. Are you shitting me? You're shitting me. If we had responsible gun owners, they'd be out in the street with us. They'd be out there the first ones saying we demand action on this because of responsible gun owner. Oh, man. Yeah, let's slow this shit.
Your country's gone backwards fast.
Yeah, and it's continuing to go that way, Dave.
You know, you used to be an admired, respected country, but I fear that you're becoming a disrespected, unadmired country. And I don't know if there's a reason, if that's the aim of Don, if that's his aim, but whatever's happening, it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
We're in the toilet.
Yeah.
I've got a daughter in Queensland, Dave, and she's probably the safest member of our family right now because of those gun laws.
Yeah.
Most certainly. You cannot buy a gun if you've got a mental issue. If you've got a family member with a mental issue, there is issues to address before you can buy that gun. You can pay for a gun, but you can't pick it up until you're cleared by the police, medical, and you've got to have, I've got a farm or I've got snakes in my area, a genuine reason.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you don't need a freaking gun.
You're hit the right there. Because I've said it before. Do I need a gun? Yes, I need a gun. Because I don't want to watch one of my animals suffer if I have to put them down. That's why. It's not because I fear my neighbor. It's not because I want to shoot somebody when they come around here poking their nose. I like to think of myself that I live in a society where I don't have to worry about that. But guess what? You do.
You got a cowboy in the White House.
We've got a total dick in there, who thinks that the way he to getting reelected is the same way he got in, tapping into the racist hatred in this country. You know, digging deep on that.
Those good people.
Yeah, those good people on the other side.
Well said.
On both sides.
On both sides.
Yeah, that's the first lie we have to get over right there. Because
I
did something earlier, John, and I put it on the Filthy Mouth Liberal webpage. I'll be happy to read it if you'd like for me
Go
to.
ahead.
But
Please do.
It's something that really burned my biscuits.
No.
And I simply said this: 29 people are dead, not just from a mass shooting, but from 2 mass shootings in totally different parts of the country, from 2 entirely different shooters. The first one, and I won't mention the son of a bitch's name, drove from Dallas to El Paso. What is that, like 10, 12, 14 hours, something like that?
That's not an easy freaking drive.
No, and he did it for no other reason than to take the lives of innocent Hispanic people.
Exterminate.
Not just anybody, but he wanted to take the lives of Latinas, people who are from south of the border. I wake up this morning and yet I find another dumbass that has taken 9 lives in Dayton, Ohio, which really hits close to home because I have family there. Why did they do that? Well, because the son of a bitch felt validated given the current conservative gun culture in this nation. Yeah. I've spent the entire day busting the balls of people who have tried to tell me that the shooter or shooters were Antifa members. I call horse shit.
Call that big time.
Right. The motherfuckers are right-wing Trump humpers, and they're goddamn proud of it, okay? This is the moment that I am going to, and I'm going to do this on your show if you don't mind me doing that, but this is the very moment that I am going to renew the call that I made last year to take assault weapons from those who own them. Every damned one of them. Take them by force if that is what's necessary to get them, but goddamn it, take them.
Yeah.
Perhaps it might mean a little bit of civil war, yada, 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 but that's the price we're going to have to pay because we want our children and our grandchildren to grow up to see adulthood. You were saying something, John. I'm sorry.
No, not me. Go ahead.
The FBI.
But and I tell these people, you know what? Before you jump on your high horse and you start calling me a warmonger, remember that you would have ample opportunity to surrender these weapons well in advance. You'd have every opportunity to do the right thing way before anything invasive would ever occur. Then if you still can't stop pumping your goddamn Trump doll long enough to do what we all know is the right thing, then it should happen by force. That's just what I believe personally. Doesn't make any difference to me what most people think about it. I really don't care, really.
I'm waiting on the next one of these people that I know to walk up and talk about their Second Amendment rights, because I'm going to tell them to shove them up your freaking butt.
That's exactly right. I'm tired of hell of watching these people die because the NRA has bought and paid for their congressman or their senator. Welcome to Trump country, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't stand up and you don't get off your ass and you don't do something right now, this is your new norm.
You see where the Republican Party in my state went? It went right to the it's the video games. That's what it is. It's in violent video games. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass.
Not a fucking video game.
When the Second Amendment was written, wasn't the gun a musket, I believe?
Yes, baby.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I have one. Black powder, muzzle loader. Takes a while to load that thing, and I'm nervous if I ever have to pull the trigger on that damn thing, because I'll tell you what,
I got one too. I love it.
It's great, baby. You better hit your target with one shot, baby, because you ain't getting a second. You're not getting a second. That's when it was written, and it said a well-regulated. Well, we've lost that part of it.
Keyword regulated.
Yeah.
It's out the window.
Act like that word's not even in there.
Really quick here. Really quick while I sit here and wait for a good guy with the gun, I want to welcome Dennis to the call. How's it going, man?
Hey, Dennis.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, we worried about you. Where you been? Fishing. Too much fishing, buddy.
No, walking a shit ton.
I see that, and I'm so proud of you for getting at that shit, man. You're doing great.
How's it going? Doing good?
I am down to 113.
Oh, shit.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Outstanding, bud. You weigh any less than that, and you're just going to shrivel up.
No, he said it's glucose.
I know what it is.
Okay.
I know it's because
I'd be worried if anybody
it was
at our age is
119 pounds. We'd be calling 911 for you, buddy.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad. I'm glad you're doing
my
that.
butt weighs that much.
Yeah, no shit. Me too. Oh lordy. So yeah.
John.
Yes, sir.
The FBI 3 weeks ago warned Congress, said to Congress, the biggest danger to America at the moment is right-wing internal extremists.
Yeah.
Are the biggest terror fear at the moment.
We don't, Donnie and the rest of the right-wing nut jobs, and that's what all of them are. The whole freaking Republican Party, as far as I'm concerned now.
You had it right the first time, John. White-wing nut jobs.
Yeah, the white-wing nut jobs. Yes, the scumbags like Stephen King and that shit. God damn, I lost my thought.
It ain't hard to do that right now.
Where was I going? Shit.
I just mentioned the FBI warned about the right-wing internal.
Oh, yeah.
The FBI said it's going to come.
Everybody's going to be off kilter tonight. All I want to do is cry. I don't want to talk.
Yeah, it just eats at you. It's that constant feeling of, what the fuck? What the fuck? Are you shitting me? That's what keeps going through my... Sarah Lopez, thank you, baby. Sarah Lopez just joined our Patreon club. We appreciate that. Very much so. Yes, dear.
Just since Trump has won the election by rook and crook, our hate crimes have jumped 226% in the United States. Just since that
speak louder than words.
Since that white trash took office.
Statistics say something. They
do.
They tell you where you're going, and guess what? Where we're going, taking this shit. This is not good. This is just. It's beyond ridiculous. It's beyond sad. It's beyond anger. It's beyond all that bullshit because it's like all of us are sitting here thinking, well, here we go again. Well, we'll get through 2 of them. By a week, 2 weeks, we'll be talking about something else. We'll think this will just all be bullshit again.
Yeah, but
and
actually,
we'll
John,
on.
if you stop and think about it, in 7 days, it has been 4 shootings.
Yeah, well, I knew the one in Garlic, at the Garlic Festival.
And then there was one right after the Garlic Festival. Then El Paso and Dayton, Ohio today.
I think this weekend there were 7 killed in Chicago.
You're right, Velda. Nothing is changing. Everything is advancing.
It's just getting fucking worse.
And tomorrow's going to be just like this. Next
I've
week.
seen advertisements.
So how many that been killed now in the last couple of weeks? How many been killed?
2 freaking men.
1 too many.
29 just this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walmart has got specials on for bulletproof backpacks for kids.
Why do we need that shit?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it scares the hell out of me.
You can't get that in Syria.
Yeah, no.
Do they have the NRA logo on it?
Yeah, probably so. You know, if we had the amount of deaths that we have seen in this country in the last month, say, just in the last month, in Afghanistan, oh, we'd be screaming over here, pull out, let's get our troops out of there. This is crazy, been here too long, too many deaths, let's go. Well, this is happening every day in freaking America. Happening here. Nobody's yelling, get out. Nobody's out there screaming, get out of here with the and it's the guns and it's the hatred. How do you deal? You're going to have to deal with both of them. Somebody said, well, it's not a gun issue. It's a society issue. Well, he's right.
No, it's not.
It is a society issue, and but it's a gun issue. It's both. It's both. One, it's a society that allows this sick love affair to continue. The excuses that give, automatic or semi-automatic weapons, or they're just like any other gun. Bullshit. Then why, go back to the day of the bolt action. Hey, it's the same thing, a little semi-automatic 22 or a four round clip. Hell, I always say, what the hell you need 2 for? If you can't hit the freaking target with one, what the hell are you doing with the gun in your hand anyway?
That's what I'm thinking. If you need a 30-round clip, you're not a very good shot.
It's not that though. It's this love affair that these sick individuals, and they are sick in their head, just disgustingly sick, with this, I want an AR-15 and I want all the stuff, the folding stock, I want the muzzle flash out there, I want the tripod on the end of it, and I want a flak jacket. I want the gear, I want all the belt and everything. That's what it is. It's a sick freaking love affair. And if you want that shit, join the army, baby. They give it to you for freaking nothing. They'll hand it to you.
It's an entire culture.
You want to shoot people? Join the freaking army. But these people they don't want to face people that are shooting back. They want to pick off, what this guy said, low-hanging fruit.
They don't have the balls to join the military.
These are the same people that sing strange fruit hanging from the poplar tree. It's the low-hanging fruit, baby. That's what they're talking about. It's a part of our country, these rats, these cockroaches that want to infest our country, who want to cleanse it of anything but white people. Kiss my ass. Crackers are nothing, baby. You got to put something on a cracker, it tastes like shit.
You're right. Yeah.
I get carried away.
DNA would prove half of those white people aren't all exactly white.
No shit. All these white supremacist assholes, take a DNA test, asshole. Let's see what you're mixed up in there, bub. And if you don't cut the mustard,
go to the concentration camp.
That prick right there. I'm looking at the screen of the TV. Somebody posted a picture of Rick Santorum. I don't even have to read that shit.
Posted that.
Did you?
I just posted that.
I saw him on State of the Union. He's up there making excuses for this shit. He's another one of them lame-mouthed, measly Republicans that, I don't always agree with what he says. Well, maybe he shouldn't say that, but it's always a but with these assholes.
I knew a guy in recent years who who claimed to be the whitest of the white and the most superior of all. And then he had a DNA test done, exactly what you were talking about. 3 weeks later, or however long it was, the DNA test came back, and he was like a quarter Blackfoot Indian.
Yeah.
And he hasn't spoken to me since.
Yeah, there you
It was
go.
the
buddy.
most beautiful thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
There was an evangelical leader that last month on the Ring of Fire predicted mass murders and deaths if Trump loses in 2020.
That's
This
I've
is
heard
all
that too, Dave.
It's all big violence thing, isn't it? It's all about killing off the enemy, isn't it?
Yes.
It's not about.
You're right. It
it's
is
not
to
about-
him, and he's selling that, Dave. He sells
Yes.
that shit. I have the military, we have the military, and I have the big-ass, badass bikers, He promotes that somebody is going to come rescue his ass. That's the kind of shit that he delves in. That's the vomit that comes out of his mouth that his red meat little minions love. And the Republican Party turns their back on America every time they allow him to do that shit. They become more and more un-American.
He'll get a
I
rude
can't
awakening when they
believe
leave
that.
him sitting in the dust, though.
No shit.
I can't believe that many Republican politicians can substantiate this behavior.
I don't know how they can show their freaking face in public.
To be honest, guys,
Yeah.
it doesn't surprise me one bit.
No.
Yeah.
It
Tell you what,
doesn't.
John, I read an article that the news here, the local news posted, I think it was early this morning,
Right.
about they were talking about Beto had come home and he was standing outside the hospital visiting with the
families,
folks
wasn't he?
that were admitted, yes.
Right.
And all the Trump supporters were all about, look at him trying to use a,
Drum up. Boom.
yeah,
Use the
politicized
tragedy as such a-
tragedy, yeah.
Sick.
You didn't
Every
see
one
Trump
of 'em.
down there, did you?
And like,
Yeah,
they're
but
just so ignorant, they don't realize that's his home.
Yeah.
That
left,
man
you know.
broke down. Wasn't he in Vegas? A bunch of them
Yep.
in Vegas, and he broke down in front of the crowd, saying, "I've got to go home."
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I've got to go home. I mean, it just
You know,
And he
calling
jumped on a plane, was home within hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calling out a politician for using a tragedy for a photo op is not uncommon, but honestly, I could believe Beto's genuineness just because
It's his
it's
district.
it's not only his
It's
district,
his
but
hometown.
he seems
It's
really
him.
connected with that history being there.
those people.
And also, having met him, he's a genuine human being, in my opinion.
Cory Booker also said this is Donald Trump's responsibility. He's
Yeah.
responsible for this.
Oh yeah, they all had to chime in after that, after Beto led the charge
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
and called him a racist. He openly called Trump a racist. That was awesome.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's
More of that should happen.
that's what he is.
With a capital R.
Yeah. It's what he is. And it doesn't bother him. Nothing bothers him as long as he perceives that he's winning, and in his mind he is perceiving that he is winning the Republican Party. He's not. He's winning with the exactly what Hillary said, the deplorables. Those people that have no morals or ethics or anything. Half of them don't have an education, evidently.
But they got crime histories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they don't have an education, and then the other half of them don't have any balls.
No.
Why they have to have
lost-
big guns?
They got big guns, but no balls. They don't have any courage to stand up to this man, regardless of what. And what's his next rally going to be about? What's he going to talk about? If he can't talk about the hate and the invasion coming up from the southern border, what else has he got?
He'll twist it.
He'll come up with another.
Hillary.
Yeah, another
Or emails.
something. He'll come up with something, or he'll create us something, or we'll go to war with Iran. How's that? That'll be good and distracting. Let's go to war over there, and everybody.
Another shiny object.
Well,
Yes.
the thing that I think that he's going to try and do is he's going to try and cause a race war right here in the United States and call martial law.
Oh,
Well, that is something that we have to pay close attention to, because would he use that? Yes, he would.
Yes, he would.
In a
In a
heartbeat.
heartbeat, he would whip that out and try to take military control of the cities.
He could go to friggin' jail unless he wins next time or he stays in office.
You know, the thing is, I stop and I remember one man. His name was Charlie Manson.
Yeah.
He invited his people into
Oh,
killing
young Charlie. I
Sharon.
remember young Charlie.
And Charlie talked his followers into killing Sharon Tate, who was pregnant, and all those people.
Yeah. But Donnie's,
And he spent the rest of his life in prison and died
Donnie's
there.
going bigger than that, baby. Hitler convinced a whole lot more people to do a whole lot more atrocities.
So
And
would you
that,
believe it?
that
I told
is
you I'm not that
acceptable
old,
to
I
him.
don't remember any of that.
uncut.
That's I swear he gets all his stuff out of Mein Kampf. That's it. That's who he is. The whole tactics of what he uses is just like Hitler used in 1930s Germany. Those that don't study history or fail to do it, ain't that what they doomed to repeat it?
Yep.
Yes.
Hey, that's what they say. Everybody says that. Well, we should learn.
What'd you say, Andy?
I said, would you guys believe that I'm not old enough to remember all that Manson stuff back in the late '60s?
Oh, kiss my ass.
There's no way in hell I could convince you of that.
No, there's not.
Well, hey, I had to give
Trying
the
to
old
sell
college
that
a
shit
try.
somewhere down the street. You ain't selling it. Hey, while we got to laugh, I want to thank Joy Peters for sending. She just donated $25 to the chat, and we already thanked Sarah Lopez for joining in, but Claudia Garcia, thank you very much. She upped her thing on Patreon. We appreciate that very much. It's what's keeping the lights on, baby, and we appreciate every dime. And on that note, by the way, we want to, because this is recorded, we want to say hello to all our YouTube family that are not able to be with us again tonight. It's going to last for a long damn time, but we will upload the video as soon as the show is over. And I miss y'all's comments. I miss all of y'all over there on YouTube. But hang tight, baby. Every day we turn it on hoping that it's going to show up.
And if you're watching on YouTube, we apologize that this is a rather down episode.
Well, it's not.
I mean, it's
Everybody's feeling
Downtime.
this. Everybody is feeling the same thing.
Yes.
There are a lot of tears being shed in this episode, unfortunately.
Yeah.
How do you like this for a chapter in our
this
book?
this episode should be called Tears and Fears.
And I often say we are the ink that writes the chapter.
Dave.
We are the
What's
ones.
that, mate?
Huh?
I just said I have both, Dave. I'm doing both right now, and it's unfortunate that it has to be that way.
Tears and Fears.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the
Well,
idea of going out and protesting. You know, it's been something that's been on our mind.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
Yes, Travis.
It's-
protesting.
it is. But the thing is, as well, is like I'm thinking,
It's
you
the
know, I
voice
thought I
of-
was going to have jury duty tomorrow.
Oh, you got
and
out of jury duty.
I got out of jury duty.
He's all happy
yeah.
today. You got
But,
out of jury duty.
well, it was.
They just contacted and said, well, you ain't got to come. So,
No.
all right.
But the thing is I was thinking about it last night, just like, you know, I'm going to a courthouse. How safe is that? I got to go get groceries tomorrow. How safe is that?
Yeah.
You know, it's
no matter
Should
what
you
you
wear your
feel
flak
like.
jacket?
yeah. I shouldn't. You know, I've been talking to Dad about this a lot. Me and Dad been doing a lot of talking, and the reason why I'm trying not to say a whole lot tonight is I don't got a whole lot of good to say, because I'm angry. I am livid with the entire situation that we're dealing with right now. And
Open up and let it go.
well, this is what I'm gonna say, and this is gonna go out to everybody. You know, our generation has been known as this generation that we're just kicking and screaming because we're not getting what we want. Well, you know, it's very difficult to do anything when there's so many assholes in charge keeping us from achieving what we want. You know, like the Parkland survivors. You know, I thought that they were going to be the ones to finally get shit going. But then again, I said the same thing with Sandy Hook. You know, it's like, what is it going to take? My point being is, you know, with everything going on, it's not just the right that needs to get into it. I want to see the left kicking and screaming too.
Yeah.
Because, impeachment. You're distracting the hell out of me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Here I am. I'm trying to say something. You're telling me to drag in this fellow here.
Yeah.
This,
know
this,
how he is. I got a question
this
for
is
you.
There he is.
Where
Is
he
that Bob Kincaid up in the green room?
Is Bob
Go
here?
on, Travis. Carry on, Travis.
That is a Bob K from Oregon, from what I understand from the chat room.
Yeah. I'll bring him in
Can we
just
let
a
Travis
second.
finish, please?
Yeah, no, I'm going to finish. I'll bring more in just a second. I'm trying to do something new with the chat because we want it to be a little bit more smoother. If I bring in multiple people at one time, I'm afraid people won't get their 2 cents in as the show goes on. But anyway, my point is I want to see both sides kicking and screaming to get some shit done. At this point, impeachment, it's not necessarily that it's similar shit. We're talking about shootings and we're talking about getting an asshole out. But we need to start the conversation to show the evilness that is within our government, our people who call the shots. As long as we're sitting around not doing anything, not doing a goddamn thing, I'm going to believe that, what's the fucking point? We all vote, we all have the right to bitch, and nothing's being done. I want to be a proud American again. I want to be able to fly the American flag on top of my house with pride. But right now, I feel disgust. I feel great disgust. And I want, and I hate saying that, because, my dad being a veteran, I'm sure that kills him. Because, it's like, why'd you serve? But the thing is it's not about what you have done. It's not about what anybody who's done to serve the country. I admire the shit out of what y'all have done. And I'm sorry to see what this has become, because it has to be a hard pill to swallow. But it's like what Aussie Dave said earlier. We're turning into a joke. And more so than, this has been a thing going since Bush, with Iraq and all that other shit. We faced criticism for a very, very, very long time. But it's getting worse. Very worse. What's up?
Sorry, Travis.
No, you go ahead.
I was just looking at this article. I haven't been home all day. Mm-hmm. There's a mass shooting in Chicago now.
What?
Oh, go look.
I heard something about that earlier, but I don't know.
2 hours ago.
I believe there was
40 people were shot.
Six or nine, something like that.
How many?
40 people shot, 3 fatalities.
No, that's 3 at the moment. That'll go up.
We can't even make it through a freaking show without one happening, Dave.
Unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
Mate,
it's beyond ridiculous. It's beyond disgust. It's beyond everything. This freaking any verb or adjective you could use to describe this shit.
That link is live. The one I just posted.
I see that.
40 shot, 3 fatality. Are you fucking...
At least 3 killed, 40 wounded in weekend shootings. Oh, that's across Chicago.
That's 3 in 24 hours.
That's 3 killed and 40 wounded in 24 hours in Chicago.
4 shot fatally. I'm seeing 47 shot, 4 fatally from Mount Sinai Hospital from ABC 7 Chicago.
We're looking at it live
It's almost like all these white supremacist Trump supporters have decided this is our month.
That's what you have to fear. You have to fear that kind of shit. That one will stem another.
Don't go around to shopping centers, churches, and malls. People, stay at home. Don't vote. Stay at home.
You know why you don't hear about a lot of the Chicago business? It's black on black crime.
Yeah.
So you're not going to hear.
It's not newsworthy to them.
Yeah.
To the world. It's not the big picture. There's
People
no story here. Yeah, there's a story there every day. That's the problem. In Chicago and places like there is a story there every day. More and more stories than you can believe.
I think this solidifies my point.
Yeah.
I think it's like 20 or 30 seconds before you get a copyright strike. Just FYI.
Don't get me no copyright strike.
No, this won't.
Shit, no.
Or if you pause it or go away from it and then go back if it's longer.
Yeah, no.
Get it off that screen,
but honestly, right now I could give 2 shits.
Well, I do.
Well, I mean,
it ain't gonna make no difference for 3 freaking months. By that time, they're gonna kill my ass. I swear.
Yeah, well.
Did you look into a Twitch stream?
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that because we're gonna have to have another platform. What's up, Velda?
It looks pretty valid right now, though, Travis.
MV said to check out Periscope, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yeah, we're streaming on Periscope right now, actually. We just don't have a huge following there yet. Eventually we will.
That headline just read that Trump says it has to do with mental illness.
Oh,
The mental illness that's affecting the Republican Party. That's the
Those
mental
the
illness.
mental illness that resides in the White House.
Yes.
There's your goddamn mental
There's
illness.
your mental
right
illness
there.
right there. There's
Yeah, but he's only saying that for his minions, though. That's all.
mental
Oh.
illness does not cause you to be racist.
I don't
Well,
mean
that's-
for this to be lighthearted, but did you hear how Mitch McConnell fell down and broke his shoulder?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I did.
Thank you for that laugh. I appreciate it very much, fella. I get a little.
Did you hear the
When did
new...
this happen?
You know, I have to wonder, did he do that on purpose just so he doesn't have to come out and face the cameras right now?
The worst
really-
With
Moscow.
the
I don't have a
with the
problem
Moscow
with that.
Mitch?
The thing is with senior citizens, and he is one, the three things that can get broke on falling down the stairs and stuff like that is hip, shoulders, and necks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
why wasn't it the
And
neck?
all
Come on.
And all mine hurt, so I'm cautious.
You mean
about
his
that.
little red neck's gonna get broke?
Or
Yeah,
stroke.
He's got a boo-boo.
Did anybody
Kiss
hear
my
his
ass.
new nickname, though?
Moscow.
I've heard
Not-
Moscow
not-
Mitch. That was all I've heard
Moscow
so
Mitch.
far.
This one's better. They're not better,
Oh.
it's sadder.
It's sadder.
Massacre Mitch.
Massacre
my
Mitch.
God.
There's gun laws sitting at his feet in the Senate right now. And
Yeah,
have
so-
been.
Sure
Sure.
fits.
So we've had one postcard
He's got
campaign
blood
about
on
the
his
Moscow
hands.
Mitch.
Yeah.
We need one for Leningrad Lindsay now.
Leningrad Lindsay. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Let's promote that one too. I know over there on John Bravo Speaks, Blue Dot Family, they're having a contest to see who can send the most postcards to Moscow Mitch, and the winner's going to get a T-shirt or something.
Yeah, I don't know. That's their thing. So if you got any questions, you may want to head over to their Facebook
Yeah.
page because that's their thing. We're
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
throwing it out there.
yeah. Go over to the family's page over there and check that out. But
You know, all this
Send him a
this
postcard.
murdering, this mass murdering going on by Trump supporters, and I guarantee they're all freaking Trump supporters. Every single one has pulled a trigger.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is all a big distraction from the other big thing in the news, which is the Epstein.
well,
I've almost forgot about
let's
that,
hope
dude.
there's nobody out there going, "Hey, somebody go shoot somebody," so Epstein don't have to be talked about. Let's,
Well-
Jesus. Yeah, I
Well,
would.
only,
At this point,
only recently over here, the headline, well, not the headlines, the reading is that Dershowitz has been trying to have the age of consent lowered.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Retroactively, of course, right?
yeah, retroactively.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'll work.
You were
It's got-
grandfathered in, you
I'm-
just didn't know
I'm-
it.
You can see where
I'm
some
looking at
people's,
the
some people's.
I'm looking at the headline right now, and it's Dershowitz. Alan Dershowitz wants to lower the age of consent as he fights his case,
is,
What, to 12?
and he tried to do it. He tried to have this done 5 years ago as well.
Doesn't surprise me one bit. Really quick.
he,
Where'd he go?
He ran. Chuckster was
Where'd he
there.
go?
No, who's that?
I don't think it's who you think.
No,
it
I
is.
don't think. I
Wait.
think he's having problems with his mic.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh. Well, bam, Chuckster, we know you're here, bub. We just can't hear your voice.
We want to welcome Bob K to the show. How's it going, man?
Oh, hi, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, Bob. How are you?
I'm pretty disgusted with the shape of things.
Yeah, well, you're in good company here then.
Join the
You're-
pack.
You're in good company. Where are you from, Bob?
Eastern Oregon.
Eastern Oregon. Oh,
Little,
man.
I'm a solo blue hat in a sea of red.
I know how you feel, buddy.
Oh,
I know how you feel. That's beautiful country up in there, thoh.
I live by
Voodoo
the
donuts.
foothills in the mountain.
I recently met my I don't know, my long distance buddy.
Uh-huh.
He's from Washington.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David. Where is David?
Bob, how far are you, Bob, from Portland?
About 190 miles.
So have you, or maybe you haven't, I don't know, seen Voodoo Donuts, my favorite place in America.
Your
Can't say I have. I try to. I don't. I stay out of downtown or places like that.
Oh
There
my
you go.
Lord. Those donuts are to die for.
Oh,
It's worth
really?
a couple of 100 miles to go check one out.
Oh, no shit.
Damn.
Damn. Serious donut guy there, huh?
Voodoo donuts.
Fat, what do you expect?
Voodoo donuts is good.
Fat people like donuts.
Voodoo donuts? Is that what you said, Bob?
Yeah,
Voodoo.
indeed. Voodoo donuts.
Hoodoo.
They got lines out the door all the time.
No shit.
Oh man.
You get, John, I kid you not, you can get any kind of donut you want. If you don't have the donut you want and you want them to make it custom for you, by God, you can get that donut right there at Voodoo.
No shit.
Absolutely.
No shit. A
Damn.
donut shop that
With the
cuts
same-
custom order.
Hey, bacon and peanut butter. It doesn't matter. Whatever you
I
want.
guess I need to sponsor the show now, don't I?
Oh,
Yeah,
there
you
go.
do. Yeah,
Got a
you
good
do.
sponsor.
Send a box to me. A box of an assortment. Yeah.
Bacon and peanut butter.
Bacon
though. I
and
think that's
peanut
what
butter. I
Bob,
heard that.
Bob
Bacon,
just said.
yeah.
That's like an Elvis donut.
Yeah.
We made his sandwich one time. That was a trip. That was a big French loaf with one whole jar of peanut butter, one whole jar of jelly. I think it's 1.5 pounds of bacon.
And
then-
banana, baby.
Yeah, and then you bake it. And that was a journey. That was a trip.
They got Voodoo Donuts in Austin.
Oh, well,
In
I
Austin,
know where I'm
Texas.
going to go.
Terry.
Next
thank
time I
you,
go to
Terry.
Austin.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Next time we go up
No,
there.
didn't know they're franchised. Might be a different one.
There's my man, Scott Adams. Jalapeno donuts? Well, I never thought about it, but, yeah, I could go for a jalapeno
I don't
donut.
know. That jalapeno jelly is pretty damn
Yes,
good.
it is,
There's
baby.
a lot of
It
things
is.
I like
Yeah.
hot, but I'm just not sure donuts
I-
is one of them.
I got some great jelly. I can't. Oh man, I think it's La Hacienda. Some
Wait,
that have sent it
wait
to me.
till Sep-
Oh man,
wait
it's,
till-
We went to the North Carolina mountains yesterday. I officiated
saw
a
the
wedding
pictures.
up there yesterday, and we stopped at this little place called Black Bear something or other on the way back. It was a gift shop.
right?
You know how the mountain people are. You got
You
the little
bet.
gift shops up there. We stopped there because Mama wanted some apple butter, and I found some jalapeno strawberry preserve.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
You got me. You got
I
me
wasn't
right
about
there.
to buy that shit, but
Oh
Mama
hell!
did.
Oh, good for her. Good for her. A woman can
And
recognize good.
oh my God, you know what? It's pretty damn good.
I don't care
Oh,
what word you put next to it. Jalapeno in anything is good.
Oh, no.
Appalachian Americans know what they're doing for one reason or another.
Yeah.
Dad, I'm going to let you pilot the ship while I go get my tea. I'll be
All
right
right,
back.
go fetch your tea. I just got a question anyway. Lone Wolf, did you get your package?
which one?
Well, the
Yeah. My
The one that
question
goes
is,
tick, tick,
what
tick,
was the
tick,
rat
tick,
tails
tick,
for?
Well, that's what I was asking you for. That's why I was
What the
asking.
hell is that thing?
Because now you can't say, I don't give a rat's ass.
It's, I knew it. I
Can't
knew
say
it.
that. Because I did, didn't
knew
I?
it.
Did I not give you a rat's ass?
Yes, you
Did you
did.
really?
Can't say I don't give a rat's ass, baby.
How do you send the rats
I
out?
really knew that had to be the thing behind it.
You know what's pitiful, Lone Wolf?
What?
It is the nice note that I wrote. It was laying on the table after I had already mailed it. I said, "What the fuck? Oh,
no.
shit! Oh yeah, real nice love letter. Y'all would have loved it."
So I had to figure out on my own. what that
I was gonna.
rat's
On the
ass was
note,
all
it
about.
told you about where I got those, and I have a box
And
of
you're
them.
like, what the hell?
If I mail anything out to anybody, believe me, it's gonna have a rat's ass in it.
I'm trying
a
to
young
figure out
lady
how
in
to
Florida.
animate it.
Yeah. You're supposed to, you know what it is? It's you're supposed to be able to hold it in your mouth, and that thing on the end of it, you're supposed to flip that with your tongue, and it moves the tail, like you ate a
Uh-huh.
rat.
Good God.
Like
that's
you
what-
ate a rat.
Yeah, it's I got a box of them from a young lady in Florida, and that's what she said. That way, somebody can't tell you, John, you don't give a rat's ass. Yes, I do.
Yes, you
Yes,
do.
I
A whole
do.
box
You
full
want,
of 'em.
you want one? I'll send you one. Yeah, I have a whole box of them.
Is it a real rat?
It's yeah. If it was a real rat, it looked like Donnie.
I'll give you that one. Yeah,
Or
you're
that-
right.
And I don't want it. Pompadour.
Maybe that's what I need to do. Get a picture of Donnie and stick one of them rat's asses in his mouth. It would look appropriate. Find a place
Especially
for it.
when he makes that O in his mouth. Yeah, perfect.
How about we just go up there and hold the son of a bitch down and make him eat it?
Ooh, jalapeno and
Just be
apricot.
done.
Ooh.
Oh.
Now that
Yeah,
sounds
Cassie Hicks
tasty.
just got my attention there. She said peppercot preserves.
That
Peppercot.
See, yes, apricot and jalapenos. I love the idea. Are you
Holy
shitting me?
crap.
Okay.
That's got to be good.
That would be a
Okay.
major, fantastic marinade.
That
Oh, it
would be
would.
a strawberry jalapeno.
Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, anything you put jalapeno in, it's better. You know, it's better. You know what makes your bacon taste better?
Jalapeno wraps.
Nope, bacon.
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 taste
Bacon makes your bacon
More
taste
bacon.
better. That's it.
More bacon.
That's it. You can wrap it around the
Hey,
jalapeno, and it's real good though. What's that?
Put cheese in it.
Yes, put cheese in it. That's right, baby. I'm telling you, I don't go. You know, if they got poppers, some of them call them poppers, or what's the other one they call them? I don't know. If I go to a fast food restaurant, and they're on the menu, baby, I'm getting a double order of them. That's what I love.
Okay, John.
Yes, ma'am.
You like to barbecue?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, take and get yourself some jalapeno peppers.
Got them.
Okay, lay them out on the pork chop with a little bit of salt, pepper, and garlic.
Yeah.
Wrap that puppy in bacon, barbecue it, and slather it as you're cooking it
Oh yeah.
with sweet baby Ray's barbecue sauce
Talk faster.
until it's done and it's nice and glazed over.
Now
Boy,
remember,
And
John is in Southeast Texas.
we're in
His
food porn, baby. That's what we're doing here. It's
And
food
enjoy.
porn. It sounds like something I would. Food is just that universal thing. Everybody, you know, I've been to a lot of parts of the country, and no matter where you go, there are certain foods or that you're going to find in that area that are just going to be like, what? But man, I'm telling you, we got a beautiful country here, baby, and it's loaded with that. And you know what that's from?
You guys,
You know what
you
that's
guys there
from?
are all
That
about
is
the
from our
beef
ethnic
brisket.
diversity. Ain't that some shit?
Oh.
Put that right in there. That's what it is, really. It's our ethnic diversity that gives us that food. You know? Hell yes, I want taco trucks. I want them on every freaking corner. You know? You can put a sandwich one in there or whatever. You know?
Down in
fresh
St. Louis.
tamales this morning.
Just make
there you go.
don't drop the
Huh?
Down in St. Louis, there's a little hole in the wall restaurant that they have pig ear sandwiches.
Pig ear?
And pig ear.
Yeah.
The ear of the pig.
Yeah.
They put it in
The ear?
oh, I'm trying to say
A
a pressure
bun?
cooker.
Oh,
Pressure cooker.
Yeah.
And they cook the shit out of it.
They'd have
And
to.
then they put it on a bun and put mustard on it. Holy cripes,
Are you-
is that a good sandwich?
Are you telling me the truth?
I am telling you the truth.
Oh, baby.
It is so good.
Well, that one
So
doesn't
good.
sound
You know,
good.
back in the
Yeah.
day, they needed to use the whole thing, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
could get
Oh,
like
yeah.
things like that
Oh,
cheap.
baby. I love barbacoa. Do you want to know what's
You
in it?
heard
No.
that? She said, "I ain't lying this time."
Pigtails, you know, they cook the pigtail.
Yeah.
I like
nothing, baby.
beef cheek.
Yeah.
Beef cheek meat tastes just like roast beef. Damn, that's good.
And you wonder where that comes
Tongue.
I often have because
Oh, God.
I was wondering what I was going to do with all that our sauce I got in the refrigerator. I guess I put it on some beef cheek.
Oh, yum.
I went to buy a tongue the other day, but it's still in the store. It was $24.99.
Oh yeah.
24
Yeah.
for a tongue.
And
Yeah.
oxtail
That's
was
it.
$14-15 for an oxtail for oxtail soup.
Yep.
Boy, how to shit. I had pork chops tonight. Loved them.
I don't know what the significance of an oxtail is, but I have some friends who love it.
I've never had oxtail.
I've never tried it.
Oh, it is
It's
so
good
good.
No,
It
I've never
with
had
the
that.
bone in it, it just makes it more the marrow and everything that's in the bone. It just kind of makes it, oh my God, delicious.
Wow.
Anyway.
Now
Makes
you're
you
making
wonder
me
though
want-
how many cows are running around out there with no tails on, huh?
Or tongue, for that
Or
matter.
tongues, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
love spiced
You know,
tongue.
they can't go moo because somebody get their freaking tongue out.
You know, the only thing that's wasted on a pig is its oink.
Yeah,
It's the only thing you can't eat.
that's
huh?
no joke.
Anyway,
I've seen that happen.
Well, I like pig butts, and I cannot lie.
we can
You know
talk
what
about the
sounds
food
good?
when we get Donnie's ass out of here, because we're gonna have a great big old party when we get his ass out of our house. So
In a
We're
beard
talking
shaver.
about where we're
And a
going to
beer
throw that
chaser.
at. Leo and I have been talking about that, John.
no, we ain't. How we're gonna do that? How we're gonna get his ass out? And the only thing I can think of is in the street, baby. You know, we can all write. We get every one of us could start a YouTube channel or a Facebook place. Maybe
I
that's
have
what it
some
ought to be.
suggestions, but
Maybe that's
sure,
what it ought to
yeah.
be. Maybe we ought to flood the internet with people looking into the camera and telling this asshole to
Fuck off.
yeah, to fuck off. That's right. To
Can't
get out of
never
our
look
house.
anything negative
You
about it.
disgusting racist asshole. That's what I start to get down into the gutter with it, because that's what I think of him. He deserves no respect. What's that old saying?
No legitimacy at all.
If you don't give it, you don't get it. Well, guess what? He
is
don't
the
give it.
gunner.
He doesn't give squat.
You-
You know,
This last week, I had one of my posts go down, taken off the air because I called him white trash,
well,
and they
yeah.
called it racist, and they took it off my page.
Calling him
You can't
white.
do that.
Careful,
White trash
be
is white
careful,
trash.
Had you
Velda.
not put white in there, if you had just said trash, they would have probably left it up.
Yeah, that's what I had to. I had to do that. All I did is remove the color reference, and it went out right on through.
Trailer
There
park trash.
There is bots,
That's a good
there's bots and trolls out there that are working for the Republican Party.
Oh, I know who did
Oh.
it. I know who did it.
And I have been targeted. Since I've been
Somebody turned
talking
in.
Blue Dots, I have been targeted by bots and trolls.
Yeah.
So I've copped a bit of shit, and I can tell you right now that I just fear that your elections, unless Mitch or someone
Mitch ain't
changes
gonna do
your
nothing.
rules, you're going to have
That's-
a dishonest election.
That is
Yep.
what's scary. That is what's scary, is because we're talking about who we're watching debates about who we're going to nominate to be president, and we're going to wait for this vote, and not a one of us is secure in the thought that vote is going to be proper and secure in its in the process. I can't be
And
assured of
that'll
that.
make,
Hell,
that'll make people not want to.
they got kids that can knock into one of these hack into one of these damn voting machines. They show it on TV. It's not that
Well, ours
difficult,
is-
evidently. And I'm sure
Arkansas is paper. Thank
there
God.
you go. I think everybody ought to go back to paper. I don't give a shit if you have to hire 10 people, 20 people, 100 people to go in there and count the damn things.
Oregon's been doing it for years.
Yeah, well, that's what
Can't
exactly what
Washington do it?
Texas
Can't the
isn't.
stage do it?
Texas is hanging on to them, baby, like their votes depend on it, and I think they do. No, I don't trust the Republican Party here in Texas not to allow meddling in that shit. I don't.
Well, can't the states just say we have paper in this state?
What's that, Dave?
Can't the states just say we have paper in this state?
Yes. The
Paper.
states have complete control over how they run the elections.
Right.
Every
so
state
the
has
blue
their own.
states.
Hey, white trash. He's a dumb fuck.
Wayne goes, he's not white trash, he's a dumb fuck.
He is a dumb fuck. He is. He's a
Well,
dumb
then it's
fuck
not
in
a
an
problem.
evil goddamn
What?
way.
Who needs Mitch? Who needs Moscow and Mitch if the states can turn around and say we go paper?
Nobody. Nobody can stop a state. That the federal government can't come in and determine how the state runs its elections. That's how come we got
So
into the electoral college. That's when the federal government gets involved in the vote, is when it goes to the electoral vote. Up until that point, each state is responsible for their own voting. And in too many states, we have seen in Republican hands where they tried their best to dilute the vote, to stop the vote, to hamper the vote, to do whatever the freak it takes to keep people from voting. Because the fewer people that vote, the more the Republicans can win. The fewer people they have to con into believing that they are responsible or ethical or moral or physically conservative or all the other bullshit. The other bullshit, all of it, balled into one big ball of wax of crap that the right has been selling forever. For as long as I can remember, oh, we're the godly people. Oh, we're the physical conservatives. Oh, we're for the working men. Bullshit. All of that time they've been saying that crap. It's a lie. It's a con. They're just there to pick your pocket, baby. That's all that is over there.
The Republicans must have children that go to school. Surely they fear the death of their child.
You would think, Dave, but not enough. That's what I meant earlier. But how much is your life worth? What? Give a dollar figure. Because whatever it is not enough to offset what they're getting from the damn lobbyists. Whatever price you put on it, priceless. If you say a life is priceless, well, guess what? That lobbyist money that they get is priceless to them.
Yep.
Because it gives their family the right to live the better life.
And God bless those kids. You know they're not in public school.
No.
Because of what the Republican Party has created. They're not going to send their kids to public school.
They will be the fortunate son. That's who they will be. That's who they are raised to be. That's what Donnie Jr. and Eric were raised to be. That's what Jared Kushner was raised to be, the fortunate son. Look at here. Here's all the money, and it can buy you all the power you want. That's what they think. That's what they believe. That it's all about the money. The money will bring you power. And in a sense, they're right. To a degree. To a degree. That's when they stormed the Bastille, baby. That's when the people say enough of that bullshit. We're tired of being pissed on. We're tired of being trampled. We're tired of being pillaged and raped for everything that we have down here. Having to struggle for every freaking thing you got. Keep the lights on. Do whatever it is. Buy the groceries. Make the car payment. Do all that shit that you got to do every freaking day. And be patriotic while you do it, by the way. Goddamn.
And make sure you have a flak jacket.
And a flak jacket.
Yes.
Well, it's better for your kid to go out in a flak jacket and in a hood and a helmet than to offend the Second Amendment people. There's a cartoon I've seen on. I saw that little cartoon on Facebook. It's a mother and a child getting ready to go to the mall, and they're both dressed up in flak jackets and helmets. And the little kid says, "I don't want to wear this, Mom." And Mom says, "Well, baby, we can't offend any of the Second Amendment people. Screw them and take your Second Amendment and shove it up your freaking ass."
I'm sure Walmart will start selling them pretty soon.
Yeah, no shit. Because there's a market for it.
Bulletproof backpacks.
There's a need for it, baby. Somebody's going to fill the niche. Somebody's going to provide the product that we need for whatever society throws at you. You know, you got virus protection on your computer. Might as well get a little bullet protection for your kid. That's where we are, baby.
They also make bulletproof vests for all sizes of children now.
Yeah.
Do you realize your next election is really about how much more of this do you want and how much worse can it get? Do we stop it at 2020 or does it get worse?
It can get much worse.
It can get a lot worse. And when you were talking about the bulletproof vest, I couldn't help but think of the young mother that was killed in El Paso, protecting her baby child, protecting her child from the bullets, and she succeeded. The baby lived, and Mama died. There's your bulletproof vest.
There was a meme on YouTube getting around. It was a photograph of the unfortunate father and daughter that were laying on the bank of that river,
right,
dead, and there was someone standing over them, and someone had made a meme. That person standing over was Donald Trump, and the words coming out of the mouth in a note bubble were, "Can someone clean up this mess?"
Yeah.
Well, that meme was taken down after about 24 hours. I don't know why or by who, but it disappeared.
Shit like that just.
It's the internet. You're gonna find a lot of that shit, unfortunately.
But who's saying I'm offended by that? It could only be a Republican or a political party.
It would, because if anybody else, the offense is in the truth of that.
That's right.
The offense is in that is a reasonable thing that you would think Donnie thinks. Sometimes I have trouble getting when I get pissed. You know,
he has that effect on me too, John.
You just get mad because not a one of us knows the words. None of us knows, the words that are going to heal anybody's ass. Nothing's, thoughts and prayers aren't going to do shit. But
what's more frustrating is the fact that it's not just this area. It's so many areas. It's your security. It's your businesses. It's your the public perception of how you treat each other. It's so many areas. It's not just the shootings. He's destroying your country in so many blocks.
In our common day life, in our families. It's disrupted my family because I've taken a moral stand on this against those that think that their moral fiber is of a higher degree than mine, baby. That's what it's all a certain part of my family is highly religious, baby. I'm the black sheep, baby. I'm the one that's going to hell in a handbasket quick when I die. Everybody's told me that. That's all right, baby, and I've never feared that. Shit. Hell ain't gonna be no freaking worse than some of the places I've been while I've been alive, so what the hell? At a certain point in your life, you don't, hell's not gonna scare you from shit.
Yeah, I've seen hell before.
Yeah.
It don't bother me.
Don't bother me a goddamn bit.
You can't scare me, I've got kids.
Yeah, there you go. There's a good one. You can't scare me, I have kids.
You can't scare me, I've got kids.
That's right.
That is the most profound thing I've heard all night.
Hey, Tamara Harrington.
That's it. I had a magnet.
And look at her.
That's what.
Blue Dot Sister, the
magnet.
comments side by side. There's Linda Calbaro and Tamara Harrington right there.
That's awesome.
Sisters.
They
must have called each other.
On Facebook.
Huh?
I was just telling Dave I was trying to find him on Facebook and I can't find him.
Aussie Dave, are you on Facebook?
I'm not as Aussie Dave, no.
Yeah.
No, different name.
Different name.
But I
won't be disclosed here.
No.
Absolutely not. No.
Now we have two of them in the room.
Madaffy just put something up here. Daytona shooting due to family breakdown, gay marriage, and video games.
Yeah,
according to the state rep.
State lawmaker says, the family breakdown. Gay. Oh, look, he threw in gay marriage. That's what's doing it. It's them gays getting married. That's why I gotta go out and kill somebody. The disgusting excuses.
You're gonna love this, John. You're gonna love this. Amy and I came back yesterday from a wedding that we did up in Western North Carolina.
I saw the beautiful pictures. Yes, I did.
Well, we were on our way back and we stopped in Caldwell County, Blowing Rock, North Carolina. Okay.
Right.
And we walked into one of these. You know how you go up into the Appalachian Mountains, those of you who have been there, and they have these little gift shops on the side of the road,
right,
where they sell all manner of crazy hillbilly shit up there. Right. We stop in there, and I mentioned something about I was officiating a wedding up there, and I had 94-year-old Granny Clampett behind the counter over there. You don't marry them queers and lesbians and whatnot, do you?
Oh my fucking God.
I kid you not. And of course they had Trump shit plastered all over the place. I just wanted a jar of fucking jelly. I didn't care. Yeah. But they go there with all that, and oh boy, it got real hairy there for a couple of minutes. But
yeah,
you don't marry those folks, do you? It blew me away. I mean, that is Trump culture.
It is.
And
they idolize that crap. That Davis woman out there in was it Kentucky?
Yeah.
I'm not giving you a license. You're gay.
I really cannot stand this shit because
you shouldn't have a job because you're stupid.
They have the audacity to call us snowflakes and like we're oversensitive to everything, but two men or two women getting married. Oh, you just can't have that shit. It's
they're jealous.
Yeah.
They
really,
found
they're
love.
Not. They're not happy with their own fucking.
I remember that guy who was complained about we can't change the law now. You can't make it legal for a man to marry a man. If I would have known that before, well, why would I? Well, buddy, if you're gay, just come out and gay. You could do it. That's what the kind of bullshit, crap that they come up with.
They believe gayness is an illness.
They're using that snowflake against us. Liberal snowflakes.
Oh, yeah, libtards.
Okay. Do you know where snowflake comes from?
Yes.
Do any of you know where snowflake actually comes from?
Yes.
No.
Travis does.
Snowflake is what they used to call the Jews because their ashes were falling, and they were falling like snowflakes in the crematoriums. It's it's a derogatory name.
It's what they wish
So
they
it's
could
a
do
slang.
to us.
It's a slang on the Holocaust.
You know,
Yeah.
You hear
Well, it just happens to be a moniker that I wear proudly.
Yeah, oh, I do too, baby.
I don't know about the rest of you, but you know, if somebody calls me that, yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I am.
Let me go get my leotards if it makes them happy. Let me find me a daisy field of dance in. I don't give a shit. You know, that's what they think.
You know, if you said to each party who lives closest to, who believes and who runs their lives closest to the Bible out of the two parties, it's got to be the libs. It's got to be the Dems. Because let me tell you, the root of all evil is the Republicans at the moment. They're racist. They're hatreds. They're Nazis.
Thank you.
I mean,
thank you. That's what I say
The American
all the time.
Taliban.
That's what I say all the time. Don't tell me you're religious if you support this man. Don't do that because you're lying to yourself. You're lying through your freaking teeth to call yourself and follow that shit. And you're right.
Yeah.
If you look at the right and the left and how they treat people and their agenda, you damn right. The Democrat Party is closer to God than the Republicans will ever be.
bingo. Not necessarily God, but the writings of the Bible of how to treat your fellow man in a good way.
Yeah. Well, the Republicans, they're stuck on the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible, where God wants to kill everybody. That's the part.
They're just trying to get that 10% of your paycheck. Don't get there, man. You know, that's kind of what they're after.
Or another airplane or some bullshit like that.
I was reading an article where I can't pronounce even their name. Those Christians that are fake Christians.
Yeah.
Saying they are Christians.
Yeah. Right.
They are called. They're the American Taliban. They don't want women doing. They want women to be 10 paces behind.
Oh, yeah.
They want us barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen.
That long dress
They don't want to take away our vote. They want to take away everything.
But that term Taliban is associated with brown people. You can't use that against white people. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, well, there's some awful light-skinned Taliban members.
Well, that's what if you want to see who's trying to introduce Sharia law into the United States, it's the Christians, baby, with their laws. That's who's bringing Sharia law to you, baby. It ain't the Democrats. It's not the liberals that are bringing.
Don't get us wrong, ladies and gentlemen. There are a lot of Christian people who are very worthy of our love and all of that. But the vast majority of the people that we run into, particularly here in the South, aren't even worthy of acknowledging their names, let alone their religion.
Yeah.
I've run into some few good Christian women and men here in the state of Arkansas, and I love them to death. But there are the other ones that beat that banjo for the libtard, not libtard, but for the thing in the White House.
I think a lot of Christians, if left to their own device, are Christian.
Go ahead and finish, Velda.
I'm gonna lose. Oh, my internet's back. But they just beat the drum for Trump and the hate and the separation of everything that we stand for.
That's what
and they just then they get upset. They don't get upset because he grabs a woman's private parts, but got upset last week for saying "God damn it."
Yeah. Well, God meant you to grab them parts.
Right.
What the hell is wrong with that? I mean,
that's what God put them parts down there for man to grab. That's
what they think.
That's what they think.
I guarantee you, if you went to any one of those evangelicals' households, and out of 100, if you open all their cupboards, you'll find a KK costume in half of them.
See right here, Duncan Cunningham just put something up there. He said one of the victims in Dayton was the shooter's sister. And that's why, because I haven't mentioned it because I don't, there's a suspicion there, because he's white. The shooter's white, his sister's white, and there were a number of black individuals that were killed in that group.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
Sparky! I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
That
You know,
sister was 22 years old.
Yeah. So
How
what
old?
is the message there that I'm seeing? You know, it's the same. That's what I see. Is it
That's sheer
racism?
law.
I
That's
don't want to
sheer
call it
law.
racism until I know. But you know, is that the problem? His sister was dating a black man. So, oh my God, let me. You know, and this guy had a flak jacket on. He wanted. You know, if it wasn't for the police that were nearby, you know.
But John, if he was only out after his sister, he didn't have to kill the other people.
He was after more than that. I'm just wondering if
That's
his
right.
sister was the target and anybody around her was. He was.
What would be worse if his sister married a gay? If the guy that his sister married was a black gay guy, that's even worse.
I think that the possibility of it being a coincidence is astronomical. That it's a coincidence that his sister was one of the dead. So I think it has a whole lot to do with it. And the only obvious thing that I see is the fact that she may have been dating a man of color, and maybe he couldn't. You know, we're going to find out. We'll find out what it's all
Yeah,
about.
guys, I'm going to have to dip out for just a minute because I've got to take care of some stuff for Mama before she goes to work.
You better.
Travis, do you need my space for someone else? If you do, I'll get out and come back later.
I mean, it's up to you. Like, if you want to come back, I can always bring you back, and I can add more callers to the thing. It's just I'm just adding people slower tonight to make sure everybody gets their 2 cents in is all. So
well, I'll tell you what. Let me dip out, and I was going to mute and just go do it, but you may need the space. So let me go ahead and get out and let somebody else get in here for a few minutes, and I'll come back in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, if anything, just let me know. You can message me personally or something, and I can add you back.
You bet. I'll do that. Thanks. Hey, guys, it's been a pleasure. If I don't get back tonight, thank you so much. I'm so grateful.
Andy, we love you, buddy.
Good night, Andy.
Just stay healthy, bud. Stay healthy. That's
Good night, Andy.
the only damn request I got, bub.
I got you, buddy. We'll see you in a minute.
All righty. We'll be here. Oh, Andy does a great job on. If you can't find him, you can find him under a filthy mouth liberal on YouTube, and he does a damn good job of it. But yeah, baby, I'm telling you, we're a long way from Kansas, isn't that what the line goes? You know.
Well, we're a long way from Australia too, mate.
Yeah, I'm telling you, baby.
But we feel your pain, mate. We feel your pain.
It's heartbreaking because you sit here, you know, and when, like I said, we can't even get through a damn show without another one happening. You know. It's how many times can your heart sink? You know.
They're all connected on the same reason. We know that 36 hours, 3 shootings, probably 40 people may be dead. It's all about race and intolerance. Intolerance.
Right. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's that dream they have in their little sick head that their color makes them better than other people and have more rights than other people. You know, being white, you know, you got that white privilege shit going on. They like taking advantage of that crap. You know,
we don't have to worry. Trump's going to take care of it.
Yeah, Trump's going to take
care of it. He said so.
Yeah, he'll cover it up. He'll disarm everything.
Really quick, we want to welcome Bernadette to the call.
Hey, Bernadette.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you this evening?
We're doing fine. We're glad you showed up.
I just want to let you know I found you on Periscope since I can't watch you on YouTube anymore.
Well, darling, thank you very much. I
right
appreciate
on.
that.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that because we don't see very many Periscope. But yeah, ever since we lost YouTube, you know, it's
had to learn something new.
Well,
so I learned it really quick, and there you are.
I've checked it out before. I had Periscope on my phone. It's one of the few apps that would work on a. Oh wait, no, it don't. No, it was on my iPad. No, it doesn't work on my phone.
Yeah, no.
Nothing
Can you
works
put comments on Periscope?
Oh yeah, people can comment. It's just we got to do more. You know, this ain't the time or the place. But in a nutshell, the way we can get Periscope going better is if Dad starts, you know, being a really active member on Twitter. That's about it. So.
Twitter makes Periscope, so yeah.
Right.
Travis, isn't there another isn't there another YouTube type platform? There's not just YouTube. Isn't there some lower, lesser known platforms, Travis?
There's a few lesser known platforms and there's a few highly renowned platforms, and right now we're looking at all the options going forward from here. I actually wrote an email to YouTube, even though it's a
Kinda
snowball's
like
chance in hell.
Yeah,
but
it's like a
just giving it a go to try to see like
exercise in futility. But
because I know we're not the only ones, and it was, I mean, I'm not going to argue them and tell them what's right, what's wrong, but it's the whole 3 months seems like a really harsh punishment for for our first offense. So
3 weeks more like it.
Yeah. Even a month, I don't care. It's like, but 3 months, Jesus Christ.
Carrie's going to bed. Good night, Carrie.
Good night,
Can
Carrie.
you do it on Skype? Can you live stream on Skype?
No, not like live stream. We used to use Skype in the early days to do our live show, which feels like an eternity ago now that I think about it. But the reason why we stopped using Skype was it was just way too hard to try to get people in. And
way back in
20, right?
The year 18.
Oh wait, I got those backwards. 2018.
In the days before Donald Trump.
That's it, baby. When we still had a country that we could work with. Now it's just a mess. Now it's just a ball of
It'll be known
wax.
in history. In history, it'll go down as the Trump disaster years.
Yes, that's what I say. Anybody that ever works for this man's going to have an asterisk next to their name. You worked for Trump. Oh, well, sorry. Get the hell out of here. We don't want your ass. That's what that's going to get you.
I mean, look at Ken Starr. Ken Starr was on the side of good, and he's dirt.
Yeah.
He's not a popular man. And all he did was, do the right thing for the people. But, yeah, look, Trump is going to go down, and those close to him go down as like Benedict Arnold's.
That's what he's going to go down in history as, a worthless piece of trash, a traitor to this country. That's what he is.
Was he real?
That's exactly what he is. He's out to sell or hurt this country as much as he can, as much as it benefits him. That's what this is all about with him. His family, his daughter and his sons are out there raking the money in, baby. They're selling, access and influence like you wouldn't believe. You don't think it's going on, you're naive and you're stupid. It's going on at every bribe collection center he has all over this country, all over the world.
He's made $380 million while being in the White House.
Yeah.
I heard bigger than that, but yes, that'd be a big money.
And he still owes $870,000 plus to different towns for like the inaugural.
Yeah, and his answer to that is take me to court. That's what his answer
That's where
is.
Mike Pence.
We just paid for another weekend vacay for this man.
Yeah.
While our country is being shot up,
he was out playing
by
golf
white
in
supremacists. He's out
Bedminster
playing golf.
Yeah,
and for once, he had nothing to say.
Yeah.
Nothing to say.
It interrupted his golf game, that's all. Oh, man, we got another shooting. He probably had to pause at one of the holes to make everybody,
What's that, Dave?
Mike Pence was in a town where Trump had just rallied and was trailing behind Donald on another plane or whatever later flight. But apparently Mike Pence was held up because they did not pay for the arena. And Mike Pence snuck out. I think it was Alabama. He snuck out on another plane, and now they're chasing Trump for $500,000 for payment for the arena.
That's some shit.
That's on our news in Australia.
That's sad.
So Mike Pence has been in the background trying to keep this.
Mike Pence ruined himself. Mike Pence destroyed his career working with Donnie. You think
he destroyed his.
Yeah, well, he did it before that. Mike Pence, he's the only vote he's ever going to get are the born again evangelical right wing Christians. That's it.
He might be lucky to get elected as dog catcher somewhere.
Yeah, he shot himself in the foot. He's made a disgrace out of his career too. Anybody that works for this man, anybody, is shooting their career in the foot. You worked for him. You accepted that. But in my book, it's the whole Republican Party. There's not a one of them. Amash, that guy, the only one that had enough balls enough to stand up and leave that party.
Yep. He's been silenced.
Yeah, but we've seen it. We've seen more and more, and I bet you we're going to see more Republicans decide to retire this year and not run again. The
Yeah,
number is
probably
picking
right.
up. The number is picking up. I think we're up to 8 now that are
Yeah.
retiring. And what I had it written down here, 3 of them are in Texas, baby. We have a damn
Yes.
good chance of turning Texas blue this year.
That would be
Yes, you do.
gorgeous.
Beto O'Rourke took us so close last year, or in 2018, and so yeah, I'm really got my damn hopes up that this is going to be the year to do it. MJ Hager's running against Cornhole, and so yeah, but
I
you know,
watched-
the Republican Party as a whole is taking a hit. In
Yes.
integrity, in morals, and you name it, they're taking a hit. Nobody wants.
Hey,
you know-
John.
Yes, ma'am.
I got a question for you.
Huh.
Okay, let's just say if John doesn't get a nomination, okay?
Yeah.
Does he still have time to turn around and run for a Senate or a House seat?
For the 2020? No.
Yeah.
No. Who? Beto O'Rourke?
Yeah.
No. No. I think that would be kind of.
Can't hedge your bets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John shot himself in the foot.
Yeah, he shot himself in the foot. I really do think he should have run for Senate here against Cornyn. He had just,
Absolutely.
he had just run against Ted Cruz and damn near beat him, and the state is primed for it. But he made the decision to run for president, and y'all know how I feel about this guy. I love it. I love to listen to him talk and all that. But at this point of the game, I don't see it in the cards for him. I think he has an outstanding choice for somebody's VP. But I don't think he's got a shot at it now. And it's hard for me to say that because I was on board this guy from the get-go, from the first time I heard him. I was on board.
He's a good man.
He just needs another
He's a
decade
good
or
man,
so
and
of
he's got
seeding.
good ideals,
Yes,
and he needs to be heard.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I do think that he shot himself in the foot.
Yeah.
He should have stayed in the running for.
Right.
John, John, Samantha Bee just put out a video release.
I love her.
She went to Kentucky. She went to Kentucky, and she walked the streets with a microphone, and she walked around the mall saying, "Any Mitch fans here? Any Mitch fans?"
Right.
She could not get an interview. Right. The only people who come up and spoke to her said, "We're going to get rid of Mitch. He's an incumbent. He's
Let's
the
hope.
default. We're going to get rid of him." And no one likes him, mate.
No. I think
In his own town.
he has to. I mean, it's so obvious nowadays with everything we're talking about. But Mama and I and Travis and we were sitting and Tyler were sitting in the living room earlier talking about Mitch, Moscow Mitch, and this is not just something he did just recently. This is something he has been doing since Obama was elected. Remember, he said that their main objective was to make Obama a one-term presidency. When that didn't work, they stood an obstruction of everything that Obama tried to do, including a Supreme Court pick. Mitch held back. Mitch said no. Well, guess what? Mitch is still in control over there, and anything the Democrats want, he says no. No. He's just an obstructionist. He's a political hack. He's a Russian agent for all I know, and he acts like one. But in this country, at this moment in time, it is like Mitch McConnell it is the troll at the bridge. He demands his payment before he approves anything. He's the gatekeeper. That's what he thinks he is. And Kentucky needs to stand up and tell him, this is not a position to be a political hack. This is our country, baby. And while he sits up there and sits on gun legislation, on voting regulation, on election hacking shit, all that crap is sitting at his feet, and he shits on it every day. He pisses on it.
Yeah, but I think his chickens
the kicker here is
on him.
But he don't care.
The kicker here is that she could not find in the same interview period, and it's a good 20-minute segment. She could not find anyone that voted for Mitch in the last election.
Well, maybe so. The Russians got to Kentucky before they got to anybody. I don't know. But Rich don't give a shit. I mean, Mitch doesn't give a shit because he's filthy freaking rich. And his wife is filthy freaking rich, and they don't need any of your shit. If he gets thrown out tomorrow, he's still going to be filthy fucking rich. So he don't.
His
really
brother-in-law.
He's
His
only
brother-in-law.
there to do dirty shit. He
Yes.
doesn't need the job. Doesn't need the money.
No.
He's just on a multi-million-dollar deal with Russia, by the way,
Yeah.
on a personal
Oh,
property.
he's setting his family up for the rest of millennium. You know, that's what these people are. They're not working for your ass. They're working to establish their wealth for their children, so they can live on in eternity in the grand, fashion that they deserve, or some bullshit like that.
The White House has
sickening.
become a house of franchises.
Yeah, it's fascism, baby. That's what it is. It's
Franchise
fascism. And while these right-wing nut jobs and all these Republican hacks on TV and politicians all talk about, ooh, socialism. They're gonna change the country to social. Are you shitting me? Mussolini was a fascist. World War II is about fascism. Corporations taking over, baby. Businesses. That's who runs the country. The president gets a cut. Everybody gets a cut. Don't worry about the poor people. Screw them.
And we'll control the millions with fear. We'll use fear to control the millions.
Fear and hatred, baby.
Yep.
Try to convince one half that they gotta hate the other half. That's what this is. It's straight out of Mein Kampf. I swear, if you look at Hitler's life and how he controlled 1930s Germany, this is straight out of there. This is what Donnie's tactics are. Chaos, baby. Keep it coming. Always in crisis. Always in crisis. Demonizing one side. Demonizing a people. Give them something to hate. Give them all something to hate. Hate them a lot. And that drives that. That motivates them. It motivates them to the poll, and it motivates them to pick up a weapon and drive to El Paso. That's what it does. And if anybody can't see that, we're doomed to repeat the same things. Is that what we're going to end up as? Another Nazi Germany, the way this shit goes? I don't want to see that happen. Nobody wants to see that shit. Well, guess what, baby?
That's the direction we're headed.
That's it. It goes to the point where that lady stood up in front of God and everybody and said, we've never wanted a dictator, but if we're going to have one, I want it to be Donald Trump. Are you shitting me? It's ignorance like that. It's total unpatriotic, disgusting, traitorous shit that they are willing to do in support of this man. And it makes no sense. Don't tell me you're a patriot and support this man. Kiss my ass. You're not American and support this man. I don't believe you. You'd shit on your country to support this man. You think patriotism is supporting him.
What was that T-shirt those two individuals were wearing in that one photo? Is I'd rather be a Russian than a Democrat.
Than a Democrat. That's the mentality of them. They'd accept that. I'd rather be a deplorable. That's me. I'm a deplorable. Yeah, you are, and it's disgusting that you want to display that shit. I swear, every time I do when I see a deplorable shirt or a deplorable hat, I ask, hey, which one? And when they ask me, what do you mean? Well, deplorable. Are you racist? Are you homophobe? Are you, what is it? What is your niche that makes you a deplorable? Because that's what you're advertising it. So it must be true. They try to, look, the left is picking on us. They called us that name. Kiss my ass. I call you a whole lot worse than that every day. If you don't believe me, tune into Blue Dot in Texas on YouTube, baby, or on Facebook, because I say it every day. Trying to get one of them.
Or on Periscope.
No, on Periscope, on anywhere. Out my truck window, baby, get one of them to turn their head. Turn off Fox News. Listen to the bigoted shit coming out of that man's mouth in our house and tell me that that's anywhere near patriotism. It's not. It's everything but. It's everything that stands against the love of this country.
We're not going to change his people.
Baby, I'm not changing.
We have to convince those who haven't voted to go and register and to vote.
You said a mouthful, Bernadette.
But the way that Trump is and everyone and the Republicans are making people feel, they're making people feel like it's a use. It's going to be rigged anyhow because Mitch McConnell is going to block this thing.
I swear.
So people are going to start. They're going to start saying, "Well, what's the point?"
They're acting like it. They're acting like they don't give a shit that they're going to win because they're not concerned about our electronic voting. They're not concerned with our voting system and controlling it or protecting it. They're not concerned with that because it benefits them. That's what I mean. Liars, cheats, and thieves. That's what they are.
I bet you can't have the gun laws in Russia they got over here. So if Donnie wants to turn America into a Russia-type atmosphere or make it a Russian-type place, they want to have their guns, these people, because you can't have guns like you do in America and Russia.
There ain't another country in the world that allows as much shit as we got. We're the Wild West, baby. Everybody get a gun. You know, the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. Fuck you and fuck that shit. It never happens. You're never going to see the good guy with the gun. He's over there screwing some guy's wife or some shit. He's an asshole. He's got the Second Amendment on his mind, but he's not there to protect your ass. He just wants to flash his gun.
But not enough people have guns.
Yeah, not enough guns. Everybody needs to carry a gun. That way we can get in the crossfire and kill 100 of them.
That's what middle-aged men do now. Instead of buying Corvettes, they get guns.
They get guns.
Well said, Bob.
There's a lot of them down here, Bob. A lot of them all across the country. That's what I mean when I talk about the sick love affair they have with the Second Amendment.
I'm surrounded by them. This is one of them. This is one of them counties where they said they wouldn't follow the law if they you know, the gun law up here if they did it.
Yeah, I get it when they always talk about the Democrats. They're just going to come get your guns. Has any Democrat come to get your freaking gun? No. Nobody's come to get your. They should have. I wish they would have, but they didn't, and they're not. We have to do it. I think we need to do it. I got the hiccups. The way Australia did it, buy them back. Oh, John, we can't waste money on that. Are you shitting me? We waste money on every day. Every day shit we waste money on. We waste money on everything. We could waste money buying back as many of those weapons as we could possibly do and then put them straight into the metal shredder.
If it costs you Americans $250, $250 million to buy the guns back from the people that don't need guns, or the people who are too unstable to have guns, or people who are connected to websites that make you worry about having a freaking gun.
Well, now, Dave, you can't put a price on my Second Amendment rights. That's what they tell you. But the hell
$250 million. That's all it'll cost you, John. $250 million.
I'm willing to pay it. I'm willing to pay it.
Yep.
You know, because
it's cheap. They have me lives.
I know where to get the money.
Yeah, so do I.
Russia.
Is that what you meant?
The money that goes to Israel.
There you go. Yeah.
Fuck Israel. Fuck Israel.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Well,
they are behind a lot of this shit. They are, besides Russia, Israel, another freaking problem. They are stirring Donnie the dickhead up to make Iran's life hard.
You know,
Donnie's just doing Israel's bidding on Iran. That's why he pulled out the deal. To make Israel happy.
America's always been a big supporter of Israel, and I always fall on the sign as there's a limit to that shit. There is a limit to that shit because, and I always bring this up because I'm a Navy guy. I'm a sailor, baby. Go look up the USS fucking Liberty. Go look up the USS Liberty, and then come back and tell me that Israel always has our back. Fuck you. They will shoot you in the back if they get a chance to, if you get in the way. If you get in the way, they will shoot your ass. That's what they did to the USS Liberty, a Navy ship in international waters, and we did nothing.
And they didn't know it was an American ship. Get stuff.
You know, I'm all right. I'm all for Israel's right to exist and all that stuff. No problem with that. But
don't be bullied.
But don't be ignorant to the point that you don't know what you're dealing with.
Look at the poor Palestinians.
Yeah. Well, we all know the only solution in that part of the world is a two-state solution, and I say it all the time.
Yes.
You know, when I was young, when I looked at the map, there was a Palestine there. There was a country called Palestine. I remember it on the freaking map. Well, it ain't there no more. It ain't there no more. It's gone. And those people have they have a culture. Yes. They're just like everybody else. They want their land, you know. So you know, this Jared Kushner going to come up with the solution. That's a bunch of bullshit that he's trying to sell. Rick Davis, we appreciate it, buddy. Just became a $1 Patreon member, and we appreciate the shit out of that, Rick. Every one of them. You know, I also wanted to call out Gene Airy, who became a Patreon member last Friday, along with Daniel Mosley. Became Patreon members last Friday. So we appreciate that tremendously, everyone. It's so appreciated.
I hate to break the party up, but I'm going to give you a 4-minute warning.
Oh, you give me, what time is it?
9:26.
Oh, look at there.
You gotta go to the toilet, Travis.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Do I gotta go to the toilet?
Yeah.
No, I don't gotta go to the toilet yet, but I probably will at 9:30.
Yeah.
Has your house settled back down now in its new spot?
Oh yeah.
Solid as a rock.
It's been nice and cozy the moment they moved it, so yeah, no problems to report on that regard.
No.
I'll be laughing. I'll be laughing if I hear the next big rain. John says, "Well, Travis's house has ended up in my front yard."
Yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen. I guarantee you that damn thing. If that thing floats, boy howdy, we're in deep shit.
No, I'm talking about sliding. It slides in the mud.
No, that thing ain't sliding. No, we haven't got that much terrain on this property. You know,
that's a looks like it's built by a freaking bunch of army dudes, mate.
It's a solid steel. When I say steel, it's 3/16 steel plate all around that thing. You know.
Bomb-proof. We're heading over there when the Holocaust starts.
I'm not worried about people shooting at it. I'm not worried about a tree falling on it. I'm not worried about damn shit. You're not, unless it's a really big gun, we're talking 50 cal, it ain't coming through. So
don't give anybody ideas now.
Yeah, no, I don't want to give.
We don't want to have a challenge where it's like, see what can make it through the building.
It's solid steel. So that's how come when that guy said, "Well, John, you want to sell it?" No.
Which, by the way, that guy still ain't there.
No, he ain't there. No fence being built, no house being built. It was a bunch of bullshit that he got a.
Really?
I'm telling you, yes, it was. Now the building was on the property line. That is indisputable. My mistake. But the 30-day bullshit, and I'm going to come out here and build, and you need to get it out of my way in a hurry. No, all that's bullshit. And he got it from the guy down the street who's an asshole, who me and him don't get along, and that's his buddy. And they saw the opening to make me do something in a hurry that I had to do. So they got their little jollies off by going, we made him move it.
Either that or he really believed he was going to be able to get that building from us.
Oh, that's it. It might have been that.
Probably that.
It was.
Because in that way he has a house, there. He's ready to go. But no, fuck that.
No.
Oh, you thought he'd say? He thought you would say, "Oh, you can have the building if you want it, mate." Well.
Yeah. Well.
Right.
It doesn't look like much. He probably thought it'd be like, you can just sack it. I'll take that piece of crap off your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. I think so. I could sell it for junk iron and make you.
True.
He probably thought that he'd use it for storage.
Probably. House equipment and stuff.
It's got paneling on the inside and all that.
Yeah,
it
people,
is
you
built
wouldn't.
But he didn't know that.
Nobody knows the guy down the street that originally owned it. The dumbass that gave it to me.
The thing is it doesn't look like much from the outside. It's pretty beat up, but on the inside, we've put a lot of work into that building.
Yeah, we put a lot of work into
it. Beats paying rent.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. No, I like having him on the property right here. That's his house out there.
And honestly, it's more like the, I'd rather be living in something like that anyway. Because there is a piece of security with such a thick barrier around you, especially with all the idiots around here. So, it gives you a little peace of mind. And when hurricanes come in, it's a lot nicer.
Having that madman across the road from Blue Dot, you'd have to be worried, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And everybody knows about it because I've walked down the street before while Dad's doing a rant outside.
You can hear me.
Oh yeah, you got a voice that carries. You do a really good
right.
job.
I want you to hear me. If I got something to say, I want to say it where everybody can hear my ass. I don't give a shit.
Ain't a big blue dot on you.
That's right, baby. Don't like it, move. That's what Donnie said. Don't like it here, move. Go back where you came.
Have you used up your 4 minutes, Travis?
Oh yeah. Now all of a sudden I got to go to the bathroom really bad. So
yeah. All right. I guess I'll cut him some slack and let him go to the bathroom. I want to thank all of our Facebook family for joining us tonight and our Periscope family. And to our YouTube family, we'll be uploading this video as soon as the show is over. We really miss your participation. Oh wow, Rick Davis just upped his pledge to $5 a month on Patreon. Rick, we appreciate the shit out of that, buddy, and we appreciate.
You're a hero, Rick.
You are, buddy. You're keeping the lights on. You're keeping us going, and that's not a lie. It is indeed. And so yeah, we miss our YouTube family, and so we appreciate those that donate through through
Boy, that's hard to not say.
I know.
Oh, well.
Yes, through Super Chat. That's it. Just floats out your mouth because YouTube provided a lot of Super Chat. Anyway, we're not going to have that for 3 months, and YouTube can kind of like kiss my butt. Cost me. Anyway.
But most importantly,
there's David Robertson.
Oh yeah, Natalie
He's out
Palumbo.
there. Yeah.
A lot of others. I can see those names.
I wish that guy lived next door. Yeah, I could get along with him all day.
Yeah, I'd be glad to move the building for David Robertson.
There you go.
I
hope Sally's doing fine. Tell Sally I said hi, David. I hope she's listening.
But of course, the biggest thing that we appreciate out of all of you is the time that you spent with us today and sitting with us on a very difficult night for conversation. So, yeah, thank you all for tuning in and sharing the conversation.
Most precious thing you can give us. Even more precious than a donation is your time and the effort you take to listen in and be a participant in this. So, anyway, as Cassie Hicks says, talk loudly and carry a big stick. That's right, baby, and I do, don't I? Got a big stick.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. Keep it right out there. It's my walking stick, and it's got I got tags. You know what they call tags? Got little places, little emblems of all the places I've been. Been to Grand Canyon, been to Lawton, Arkansas, been out into Tennessee, Kentucky. Yep. All them little tags are on my stick. Anyway, baby, that's good advice. Anyway, love y'all for tuning in. I will be back on doing my rants tomorrow, and we'll have another Blue Dot family meeting on Tuesday night. So tune in and be a part of the family, and we enjoy having you here. And for those in the in the Discord, I'll be right there. Y'all take care. We'll see y'all later. Bye.